this present moment, this pandemic moment, there is fear everywhere. Do you see Nigerian Christian faith waxing strong?
I would say yes, and it's going to be based on what I've said earlier on.
Okay.
That we are not yet to be a disciple. We are not yet to know what we're supposed to know as a Christian. And incidentally, what drives us to church is meeting our needs. What drives us to church? Fear, uncertainty, and all those kind of things. Okay. Now we are now in a war front because coronavirus pandemic is a war. The war of coronavirus pandemic is not the one with God. It doesn't respect anybody
Irrespective
of status. It's not racial. You can't see, it's not visible. So it cut across all sectors and categories of people. It humbles you, whether you like it or not. And upon that premise, and based on our level of our religious activities before, that should humble us to want to go back to God. So now those who because of riches, those who because of this, who because of that, you don't have time for God. Consciously, I expect them to start having a kind of feelings, a kind of interest, a kind of panting to, because death can come anytime. It doesn't look, somebody you see today can die tomorrow. And we are like, what I'm preaching on now is on death. Just about the game of empty dump and empty cross. One of the things that Jesus Christ has done, come to do for us, is to give us victory over death. That is the perspective in which we are looking at it. It's not that death because somebody died. How did Jesus Christ give us victory over death? So you will see that death is a common denominator, inevitable. And we all know that the only person who can solve our problem now is God. Government is failing. Fasting is not available. Conspiracy theory. So whosoever loves himself now should just say, Lord, unto your hands I commit myself. So based on that premise, I expect people's faith to rise now, to start thinking about God. And genuinely, I expect people now to cast their worry on God. I expect people now to be closer to their Bible now than ever before. I expect people to spend more time in praying than ever before. I expect more people who have no time for family altar now to start having time for family altar. I expect people now not to see pastor as God, because the pastor you see as God, he himself is fighting a war. So that is the reason why I felt that our faith should increase more. I spend more time in prayer now. I spend more time in reading my Bible. You come to the church to meet me. I prepare someone even in advance now. You know, I sing praises more. I expect people to also, I don't want to use any negative language, but whosoever is not moving towards God now, may I say it's not wise. So to be wise now is to increase your faith in God. That will be the best thing. It's the only one that can solve this issue. If you look at series of teaching like this some times ago. I did exposition on Psalm 85, verse 1 to 9. And I brought in that number one, those people also face this situation we face that we are facing. So the prayer, which we should go back to. Number one, Lord, turn us to yourself. Number two, let your anger cease, because we have sinned against you. We have changed the ancient mark. Oppression here and there, oppressing the less privileged, embezzlement, what belongs to others. Then, number three, we must pray for revival, because we are sleeping. We are religious but not Christian. Number four, we have to ask for mercy. That is the same scripture. And finally, we talk about salvation. God to save us from this. No, if we know that all things are failed, then it is God. Like now, in the past, if it is Ebola, it is Africa. UK can come and help us. Developed country can help us. But now, those people we look up to as helper, they are also crying. If you leave, somebody leave Nigeria here, he was stranded and he has to travel to UK. And I was asking him, why did they not guarantee you when you go there? I said, they said, no, they said, why are you coming from a safe country to a country that is not safe?
So there is no need.
And so those people are not safe. Now, how can they come to Nigeria to come and help us? But if it is peculiar to Nigeria, they can say, oh, let's develop country, come and help us. But they themselves, they need our help. So the only person that can help us is God. So a wise person must increase his or her faith at this point in time.
Thank you, sir. And our next question is the lockdown.
Okay.
And the restriction of the number of the worshippers in the church. Some people were saying that this will help the church and bring them back to the ancient path. The way we'll be gathering in the Acts of Apostle, house fellowship, house church. Do you see this as? Do you see it from that perspective, sir?
Well, let me first of all make a remark, because sometimes people do not have deep understanding about certain things. When you talk about the early church, it is good to say, or it is true to say, that they meet house to house, but that does not mean that they don't have large congregations. So they also meet together. But at that time, the exigencies were that they move from house to house. But that means they still go to the temple to worship. The temple may not be as many as we have here. Okay. But I think why this issue is being overflowed is the craziness for mega churches that we are having. That, like I said earlier on, our metric of measurement is wrong, or is faulty. It's faulty. Thinking that a church is known by its sitting capacity. A church is not known before God by its sitting capacity. It is by the sending capacity. Because when you look at the Acts of Apostles, when you look at the church there, Jerusalem, you have prophets there, you have teachers there, you have evangelists there, you have apostles there. They just cram themselves together.
And that can be in the house.
So that can be in the house. Even when they were meeting in Acts chapter 7, you just see what happened. Choose among you, chapter 6, choose among you. Because they are becoming, so we must get it right. But that does not mean that there are no meeting in the house. If you look at Paul's writing, so we must get it right. It's only we are overflogging unnecessary things about this mega churches, mega this, mega that, and so on and so on. So now come to your question. That to me, and if I have to base it too on our own experience and model, I believe it is a good thing. Now to a mega church, they may have hybrid personalities. Because when they come together in their thousand, the joy of a pastor is that you see people priding themselves. I'm a pastor, a fast-growing church. I'm building 100 capacity sitter church, all those things. Definitely, those people coming, you can't reach them at this point in time. And may I even say that some of them are crowd. They are not, just as I said earlier on, they just come sometime to listen to the oratory of the pastor, or his emotional or motivational kind of messages and that kind. But now, for such a church, I believe that they may not be having it rosy. Indeed. But the good aspect of it, so a moderate church, a smaller church, I think this provides opportunity to strengthen, even to expand more. Because you cannot, in your state, you cannot have more than 10 gathering together at a point in time. So if a church is not more than 10, you still continue. If it is more than 10, you can say one service in the morning, one service in the evening, that kind of a thing. But at best, if you have developed raised disciple at this point in time, you station them, their home become a church. The pastor prepared the Bible study, and then they gather his family and others around. They will meet. Or like we do here, 2 times, I made a broadcast. On Sunday, they will start the services in all the centers, and then when it is 10 o'clock, they will hear the sermon. 1 hour or thereabouts, together with others, not all over the country, or all over the continent. Now, but on Tuesday, for example, I'm just using that as a model. Like I say, let's say I want as a model. On Tuesday, they have the Bible study. The leaders will lead them in the Bible study. Even on Sunday, they have outline of the message. Should in case the network is bad, so they will preach. And the report we have been having, if you put together the number of people in all these centers that still enjoy the same thing, put them together, there are more than people come to the church. So more people are being reached, more strengthened, and when we also talk about the message we preach to very few people, sometimes we have thousands of people all over the world listening to these messages and telling us how blessed they are. So it gives a group of people access to hear sound messages. Maybe if I have to talk, I myself, I'm under stress now, but it's a good stress that I have to prepare more messages. Then I have audience that I cannot see. They just hear my voice or see me, and they will give me feedback about the quality of. So you understand. So I will not like, though they are not member of my church, but I'm now under obligation as a pastor to do my work very well and make sure that they are not disappointed and they are being built up. So when you look at it in this perspective, you will discover that the church will not remain the same when the COVID-19 ends, which I believe we are going to survive it and we are going to thrive.